Are we on, buddy?
Yes.
You know what? You know what somebody on Twitter wanted me to do with John? He said, "Why don't you move to California and run against him?" Oh God! Oh God! I asked Dan to fake laugh and I overdoes it. No, thank you. Now listen, I'm joined by my other friend Dan, the bad cop, McGrath, a legend, by the way. Trying to get him a book deal. We're gonna try to get him to read a book. Dan, one of my best friends ever. Grew up. Seventh grade, you got to Union, right? Yes. From a tough motherfucking town, Irvington.
Should I get him a mic?
No, okay. He doesn't want to come on here a lot. He's under indictment. No, he's not. But Danny came from a very, very, very rough town called Irvington, and a lot of blacks and Irish. And Dan was the Irish. Dan was the Irish. There were a couple of Jews left over out by Weequahic Park on the border, where Jerry Lewis grew up. True story. Jerry Lewis grew right there, right by where Dan grew up, at Weequahic. And a lot of the Jews during Passover, they have their tradition of leaving the door open so the angel Elijah can come in. Mm-hmm. What happened is they left the door open towards the end, and the angel Tyrone came in.
Oh,
God. And, instead of God giving them something, Tyrone took something. After several Passovers where they lost the VCR, you let the angel, what is this? You let the Schwarzer, the angel, the Schwarzer Tyrone come in. Listen, start locking the door for that fucking angel. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's good shit. They left the door open and the Hells Angels came in. By the way, no respect to H.A. No disrespect. None. Matter of fact, let me say, they're the coolest people on earth. Apparently Dan disagrees. Let's watch yourselves. I think they're in real estate. I know some elders, they're great people. They're the best people I've ever met. And again, Dan Filato disagrees. Okay, buddy. Good people. And, hey, there's a couple of, I remember going to see Bobby Ches fight. My father knew a guy who owned a piece of Bobby Ches. And Burt Young owned a piece of this other guy who was fighting Ches. And we went to the South Mountain Arena in West Orange. I had about 12 years old. And the Pagan Bicycle Gang, motorcycle gang. They're not bicycles. They're very, very tough motherfuckers. The guy who Ches was fighting was a pagan. And they were only up a deck. And they showed Burt Young a lot of respect. Burt Young, of course, Paulie. Paulie from the Rocky movies. And Chinatown. He's in Chinatown. He's in. He's not. No, you're thinking of Richard Castellano.
Pope of Greenwich Village.
He's in the Pope. There'll be 130 large there. Hey, put something in your mouth. Why don't you do that? Huh? What's his name in the Pope of Greenwich Village? Real quick. He's got a nickname. Yeah, he Daniel the Pope. Nickname. My buddy Mike Saccone had the Pope of Greenwich Village on a loop in his house like Michael Jackson with the Liz Taylor movies. The Pope.
Charlie.
Not Charlie. Not Charlie.
It wasn't Paulie.
Paulie's Rocky.
Bedbug Eddie.
Nice, absolutely. Which is that's the nickname for Dan's boyfriend.
He took my thumbs.
Charlie.
She left me.
Charlie. He was so trying to be Brandon. I mean,
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did a great job. Roberts, what's his face?
Eric Roberts.
Eric Roberts. He was great in that movie. Made the mistake that same year of letting his 18-year-old sister Julia Roberts move in, and bought her acting lessons. What a mistake! It wouldn't be a mistake if he was still talking to her. You hear all different stories. He got nominated for an Oscar, I think, for Runaway Train, right? Yes. And then his career ran away.
Yeah. No. He wasn't the specialist.
Yeah, right. That was a big one. Star 80.
Yeah,
Star 80 about Dorothy, the film version. Of course, the TV version, Dorothy Stratton was played by a young Jamie Lee Curtis and her fucking tits. Her fucking Dudleys. And by that time, she had cut her cock off. And who played the Star 80 guy that Eric Roberts played in the theater version, in the TV version, who was the guy? The vicious guy who killed Stratton. We just talked about this, Dan, so try not to fucking hack it up.
I can't remember now. God damn it.
He was famous. He was famous for
English?
he was famous for saying hairball. The show he was on was trying to be edgy, and you couldn't say asshole yet. First show ever to say asshole, MADtv, on television, in a sketch with Orlando Jones and Artie Lang.
Wow.
He calls me asshole at the end. This is, I don't know if I told that story, but this is what Orlando was like my older brother who I looked up to after this. I loved what he did. Bruce Weech, by the way.
That's right.
From Hill Street
Blues.
And, he the edgy thing was he was on TV, so he tried to say, don't even try to say asshole. Don't fucking go halfway with hairball. Yeah, hairball. Get out of here, you leafwad. Just say asshole. After we break down the barriers at MADtv. All right. Patton Oswalt had a writing partner named Blaine Capatch. Funny motherfucker. And he wrote two of my favorite sketches that I did there with me, Outing Dummy. And then he wrote this all by himself. It was a takeoff on those asshole fans who paint themselves and have the wig and the number one finger. So I played that guy and had a bit of a beer gut. I paint myself like gold and blue. And I got the wig, got the number one thing, and I go to the doctor, who's played by Orlando Jones. Whatever. I don't think Orlando, black man playing a doctor. That was also the first time. Not on TV in my life. My mother found it unbelievable.
Oh, God.
My mother watched the guy and goes, he was great as the assistant doctor. Yeah. Now, who are you? Excuse me? He did look very startling the way his face contract against the white jacket.
Oh, God.
You know he's coming. Look like a burnt Q-tip. Orlando, by the way, we're joking around. One of the smartest motherfuckers I've ever known. Coolest. And, well, he slept in his bed along with every hot white chick in the fucking city. Man, the white pussy that guy got. Holy shit. You know no one can hear you, right? All of a sudden he's talking to McGee now. What were you saying? No, he really, let me tell you, I lived with that kid in the loft. And I won't say exactly what the chick's name was, but he was fucking, I won't say what it was. Think Basketball Diaries, the twins that do Blow with Leonardo fucking DiCaprio. The hotter one, that's who Orlando was. Ha-ha, mahoo. And I think her mother and father in Gainesville, Florida, if they subscribe to the podcast, this is the first time they're hearing about it. The greatest thing happened. She comes out of Orlando with this. Can we pretend Artie's my boyfriend when my parents come?
Oh, God.
And he got mad at that and took a stance. I said, hey, Dick Lick McGrew, why don't I get a say in this? I said, okay, guys, let's have a powwow. That depends on how far we're going with the charade. Yeah, you won't feel a thing. And it will be quick. Matter of fact, I might have to mail you my orgasm. If that broad said come over and fuck me, I would have to FedEx her my cum. I wouldn't make it to the door. I wouldn't make it to the door. I have what they call a quick trigger. A quick trigger, yeah. And also I live with a quick a quick trigger. I had a quick trigger and I lived with a quick trigger. I'm kidding. Orlando was very slow. Well, again, a creative guy. We had so much fucking fun. We did sketches together. We threw one of the best Super Bowl parties ever together, and I remember the bet I had. It was the fucking Pittsburgh-Dallas goddamn Super Bowl where Dion fucking went to the fucking house. That Donald Prick overthrew everybody. He overthrew everybody. But Jimmy Johnson's first win. And third win. Jimmy Johnson's third. No, it was that guy. Was it Jimmy Johnson had two, and then that fucking Jericho from Oklahoma came in, right? Was it what's his name?
Yes.
The racist from Oklahoma.
Not
Schweitzer. Yeah, Schweitzer.
Barry Switzer.
Barry Switzer. Boy, him and that guy, the white guy from Florida State with the son. Listen, I'm sure they're not racist, but they had that accent where every racist term would just flow off that tongue, like my mother saying mozzarella. All right, like my Uncle Frank saying jerk off. It was just like, oh yeah, we got Marcus to play. Yeah, he's gonna play on our team. He didn't pass the physical. He didn't pass SATs, of course, so we expected that. He is nigga. I mean, just right back. As I got the Jew agent. What's the Jew agent's name? I got a nigga running back, Jew agent. That's what we call the 1-2 punch. Here in Oklahoma. Yeah, he got pulled over. I told him, I said, listen, you're going to get a ticket. Because I'm going to tell you something, for your hometown, you might be some hot shot running back from Philadelphia, Mississippi High School. But down here in Dade County, Florida, you ain't nothing but a nigga. I told him that. I said, this Coach Switzer, is your son there, Mrs. whatever? Is your son there, Mrs. I don't know, we'll take a guess, Tyrone Bill? Your son there? Your baby nigga there? I just got back from the meeting. I'm taking the contour sheets off. My wife is a good God-fearing Christian white American. She is cutting holes in the sheets for the eyes. We got some. We got the small sheets because little grandbaby Daryl Switzer's going to his first meeting. That little fella's cutest little racist you ever seen. And we wrote him a racist poem that he's going to say. Now, my wife is great with writing racist poems. She can't do much else. But I'll tell you, the woman can make a good biscuit, and she's good in the laundry, and she get those towels white. You know what I mean? Everything that's supposed to be white is white. Her teeth, the towels, and of course our neighbors. There's Bass Switzer. There's Bass Switzer, as the colors say, keeping it real. So I said, listen, Miss Dupree, yeah, I understand you got a colored son who's he runs the 40 in 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna send a dump truck over there. Just get him in the back. Yeah, he's gonna. To drive through town here, he's gonna have to pretend he works for the garbage company. Until we get him in a uniform, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices. And if he shows he can make those sacrifices, that's gonna be fine. Now, I'm just gonna take a guess. And how old is your boy? 18. Oh, he's graduating on time. That's good. I'm gonna take a guess and say he has 14 kids by now.
Oh God! No.
Now, if they can do the 40 in under 3 seconds. We'll take a look at some of them. Go ahead and put them on dump truck as well. I'm going to guess you don't have a lot of room over there in the Dupree house. Now, here's a joke. Can I talk to Mr. Dupree? I'm kidding. I know he's not there. That's the joke we have. Now, who was president the last time you saw Mr. Dupree? Oh, wait, he's there. Well, my face is red. My face is red with embarrassment. If my face were black, I'd be a running back. These are all jokes from me. Now, the whole coaching staff is white. Yeah, because as Jimmy the Creek said, they have to be thinkers, not stinkers. Now, does your son have, which foot does your son have the extra bone in his ankle? Do you have the name of the big black buck you were mated with? Let's play. Here's Jimmy the Greek. Yeah, that big black buck. Here's the thing. I got some liquor here. Is that a microphone on? Good. I just want to say a few things. Is the mic on? Good, because I want to ruin my career. Now, you're getting a close-up on me? Am I centered? Good. Just give me that shot of whiskey. Great. Let me take that right now. Okay, the big black buck, here's what happens. The slave owner, who I called Uncle Randall. He would take the big black buck, he would mate him with the other black buck. Now, a buck, I guess, is a broad. I don't know. But you need a broad at some point. You need some sort of you say a gorilla vagina or something. That's what they called it in my house. I didn't call it that. My father did it. He was a good man, except for the insane racism and the insane alcoholism, and that he beat my mother and me. Actually, he was an asshole. As I'm thinking about it, as I'm going over it, the big black buck will mate with the other black buck, and you get Marcus Dupree. Now, yeah. So you understand? Now, because we would like to do is pay the big black buck you mated with and come to the Oklahoma, what we'll call the enclosure, and have him mate with some of the female black bucks we purchased down at the fair last year. I'm going to go. I got, remember how Peter Ustinov in Spartacus when he checked the teeth? Yeah, I've learned how to do that myself. A couple of Jew dentists came down here. I paid a Jew dentist to teach me how to check a colored's teeth. And yeah, Mr. Weinstein went back home. Apparently, he's going to start a movie company with his brother, Harvey Weinstein. Start a movie company. Yeah, he introduced me to some cunt Paltrow. I like her mother, but I don't like some of the liberal attitudes I'm hearing over here in the Oklahoma enclosure. So these black buck women are getting a little lonely. And if you got a good black buck that produced that Marcus Dupree fella, tell you what, we'll pay top dollar for him. I got to check the teeth. As go the teeth, go the bones. This shine's made of chalk. I was going to watch some Fox News for a while. Can't stand that Chris Cuomo. Chris Cuomo answers his own fucking question. That's a pompous ass right there. I like the Fox News. They're on 24/7. But the picture's a little shaky. This is the Michael J. Fox News. I teed myself up for my own joke. I get people every time. I say this the picture's shaky on Fox News. This must be the Michael J. Fox News. Now that's the funny shit. I'll tell you what. Stuttering John wrote that. Stuttering John wrote that. One of the best jokes. One of the well, sorry. Apparently a colored put this Y together. What is this? Oh, sorry. Bring me back my Jews. Now, Stuttering John, of course, one of the best comedians I've ever heard. John, of course, with the fabulous joke that he's half Danish, half Spick, he's a dick. That's an actual Stuttering John joke. And usually that's followed by John saying to the audience, "Where are you going?" Listen, John, yeah, I mean, I understand. What is the lineup tonight? You're going to do 2 minutes? And it's all about Gary's teeth, right? And then Nick DiPaolo does half an hour, then Artie does, 2 hours, right? And you split the money. That's fantastic. Now, what will you be doing, John, while, whippets? You're going to be doing whippets on 40-year-old man doing whippets. That's fine. What does that smell, John? Oh, that's you. Have you urinated on your computer key yet today? I know that's your signature move. I don't think about it. That's not it. I never urinated on my calculator. John Slanka. How did this bit turn into Barry Switzer talking to Stuttering John? All right, well, Roger Goodell, just as exciting as ever. What a mannequin. What a fucking wax museum mannequin he is. You know, there's my favorite guy ever, Bob Kraft. I applaud this man. I love you. I'm going to get to wine in a minute. No, this is the guy, of course, who paid me $20,000. He wasn't supposed to pay me. Mel Karmazin, another great man. I met a lot of great men when I was in the radio. Some gay men. I digressed to my left. But, no. This guy asked me, he said, look, my son is a big fan of yours, of course. And can you do stand-up in my home? And he took me up a private jet to Brookline. There was a state outside of Boston on a Wednesday right after the show. I'd be back there Thursday at 6 a.m. to do the Stern Show. After this, guess what? My name used to be first name work, last name ethic. Then I met Dan.
McGrath.
Oh, exactly. I knew Dan. I knew Dan for a while. Dan used to have work ethic too. We learned it at Saturday Detention. Here, Mr. D. Barberry. Dan McGrath, of course. I'm gonna tell a story. We've all said racial things when we're mad, so we'll overlook Dan McGrath. And it wasn't a really bad word, but we would get in there, and Dan's hair would be frozen, and we'd get into Saturday Detention. We had it every day. And I'll never forget, every morning they would on the loudspeaker, the vice principal would announce who had Saturday Detention. And it was a lot of the same names, and I really wonder where these names are. And when Dan and I had the Saturday Detention, our names were always last for some reason. And he said them quickly. Something like that, yeah. Yeah, he went like this. He went, "Will the following people please report to the main office Saturday? Ed Pompanio, Thomas Boo, Joseph Buccio, Sue Von Spreckelson, Darrell Hutchins, Ed Hutchins, Scott Russell, Anthony Russell, Steve Manzone, Darren Report, Artie Lang and Dan McGrath." Ed Pompanio. The rumor on Ed Pompanio was that he robbed a gas station. So far, that's all true. With a water pistol. So far, true. Armed robbery, 5 years, Rawway State. Caught AIDS by getting fucked by a guy who I don't think was of Caucasian persuasion. No, suppose he caught AIDS getting fucked and he has died of AIDS. Okay. Used to call Steve Manzon, our friend whose nickname was Ass, because his face looked like an ass. Did it? Tough guy, though. Smoked angel dust exclusively from the 10th to the 12th grade. He had an apartment in East Harlem. Yeah, right. He wouldn't cheat on angel dust. He wouldn't cheat on angel dust. Great pitcher. I saw him. He threw a 3-hitter in high school in an Iron Maiden shirt and work boots. Not kidding. I was on deck. Yeah, I was on deck. I hit it. He was fourth. I was fifth when I was a junior, by the way. Moved up to fourth when I was a fucking senior, by the way. 405 as a junior. 428 as a fuck. I can't even get into it. And that was just my cholesterol. But I'm behind Manzon on deck. I saw him call a timeout against those Westfield fags. And he didn't get the timeout. You go to this. So the guy pitched it anyway. With one fucking hand, he hit a home run to right field.
Oh, God.
Boom. And then his stabs were never tied. He had hair down to the back of his fucking neck. He was an angel dust head. He played in a band called Lethal Corpse. He had 4 home runs in 1 week. So the Star Ledger in New Jersey, our paper, had to give him the Boy Athlete of the Week. They had to. So they take a picture of the Boy Athlete of the Week. And there's a bio. Okay. The helmet did not fit him. Because, right, it wouldn't go over the hair. Right. He had like lice-ridden hair. He looked like, he looked like the drummer from Guns N' Roses after the drug incident. All right. His uniform didn't fit, and he had a bat, and he had a ridiculous face that he was making, and he might have been smoking a Marlboro Red. No, he wasn't. But he had him on him, I guarantee it. And here's the article. Usually it says, Chad will be attending Harvard. In his spare time, Steven plays in a band called Lethal Corpse. If I'm lying, I'm dying. He made all state, Dan Filato, did not own a glove. Didn't own a glove. He would just take it he would just bully a kid.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, unbelievable. Arm, and he pitched. He was a great pitcher. Everything. And he was smoking Marlboro Reds, and then when he was a little leaguer, that was fine. But when he graduated to the Zoot suit. So anyway, I hit behind him, which was fantastic. He had his own apartment in East Harlem in the 11th grade. I'm not kidding. Yeah, in East Harlem. He would be gone for days. East Harlem. That's what he called it. Every day we come back to baseball practice, he would be cut. They cut him with a knife. I go, what happened? I got a knife fight. Really? You're Boy Athlete of the Week. So, one day, I used to drive him because he lived around the block from me. He lived right next door to a kid named Doug DeLuca who would get up every day with a BB gun, pump it 8 times, and hit Manzon in the ass. That's how he woke him up. So I get there. I would drive him for American Legion because he didn't have a car, even though he was 42. And my car was a mess. The Matador that I bought for $400 that we used all the time. I never cleaned it. So American Legion, the summer of '84, Manzon gets in my car. I drive him home. 3 days later, we have another game. I pick him up. Manzon looks at my dashboard, sees a piece of tinfoil, and he goes, "Oh, you got my dust?"
Oh, God.
I said, "Excuse me? I thought that was a tuna sandwich." You left angel dust in my fucking car for 3 days? He goes, "What's the big deal?" I go, "Ass. Ass. What's the big deal?" It's angel dust. That's the big deal.
Oh, God.
Do you want some? He said, "You want to taste?" I said, "No, I don't want to taste. I'd like to bat fourth." Greatest guy. Success story. 6 months after we graduated from high school. Well, 2 months after we graduated. Dan and I graduated in August of 1985. He gets into a big car accident on dust. Almost died. Goes to the hospital for 2 months. Goes to rehab for 6 months after a proper detox. And supposedly has not touched dust since. Went to Rutgers on his own dime. Became an accountant. I swear to God. For the accountant firm of Molding, Galding, and Ass. No, true story. Because I'm one of the fucking best players ever in the history of Union. I went to the 20th anniversary of our 85 thing. Yeah, so we all played, and all the greats came back. Elliot Maddox played. He's a black guy from Union who played for the Mets. He turned Jewish. Elliot Maddox turned Jewish. And I asked him when Archie Bunker asked Sammy Davis Jr. That famous. I said to Elliot Maddox, I said, "Listen, I understand you being born black. You can't change that. But why don't you turn Jew?" No, he was a great guy, Elliot. I didn't talk too much, but he looked down on the Stern Show. You work for him? I said, "Yeah, you're both Jews. What's your problem?" You both got afros. Oh, God, I love him. So yeah, Al Santorini, who pitched on the '64 Cardinals, beat the Washington Senators, yep. And just like John's running for Senate. So Al Santorini and Elliot Maddox came back, but nobody really else who played ball. Dave Daddio, who played a little ball, but he was a football player, played for Detroit. And Dave Daddio, I fell out of a tree when I was 11, and Dave Daddio carried me home. True story. And I removed a thorn from his ankle. Haven't heard from him since. So there was Ass, and he always left my dust there. So what was I talking about?
Orlando Jones and saying asshole at the end of the...
Okay. Wow, good memory. There you go. All right, here was the innovative sketch that we should have sent right over to the Museum of Broadcasting. All right. Blaine Capatch writes a sketch where, Orlando's the doctor. Oh, that's what started it, right? Just suspend disbelief. And at the end of the sketch, it's a bunch of... One of those sketches, it's a bunch of little giggles to lead up to what hopefully is a big laugh. And it did well both times. But here's the thing. Orlando, the first take, they said, "Say asshole." The premise is he goes, "Sir, what are your symptoms?" And I am one of those assholes who sits behind you in the game. I got the big number one finger, and I go, "Well, I'm always nauseous. I burp hot dogs all day. I don't know what's wrong with me. I always do the wave for no reason. I chant. I can't pick my nose because it's number one." Blah. So I told all these stupid fucking things that's wrong with me. At the end, he says, "You know what? I have a diagnosis." What? There's a pause. He goes, "You're an asshole." And huge laugh. The first take. They did exactly. It did exactly what we wanted to do. Because Orlando and I are what we call pros. Now here's the thing. Here's why Orlando became my fucking hero. There's an alternative one they want us to do for the crowd. Don't say asshole this time. Just in case we can't say asshole. Say, call him a jerk. You're a jerk. Orlando goes, "The asshole just killed." I go, "I know." And he goes, "A jerk's not going to do as well." I go, "I know. What the fuck?" He goes, "Well, I'm not saying it." I go, what do you mean? He goes, I'll mispronounce it every time. I go, how are you going to mispronounce jerk? He goes, watch. Okay. He goes, listen, they'll figure out what we do. If I just never say it, they have to go with asshole. Because that's what networks do. What they do is they tell you they'll say asshole. And then they don't. They go with jerk. And we look like the jerks. We look like assholes. And I said, what's the big deal? It's after 11 o'clock. Okay. So now I don't think he's going to get away with this. We do the whole sketch. At the end, I know what your problem is. What? You're the audience doesn't even know what the fuck. What? Cut. Assistant director goes, what was that? And Orlando goes, I'm sorry, I had like tick in my throat. Okay, now one more time with jerk. We got asshole, big laugh. Okay, fine. Orlando looks at me and smiles. I go, dude, you're my fucking hero. He goes, you're not going to go away with that again. I go, watch. Just watch. Whole sketch again. I know your problem. What? You're a assistant director. Now Josh, the great assistant director, knows what's going on. He's giggling. John Blanchard, the great director, directed all the SCTVs, Kids in the Hall. He's giggling. And now he goes, what do you want to do? And you hear John Blanchard go, well, for the assholes at the network, let's give it one more. You see the fucking standard and practice guy, the censor guy, look on what's he doing? And he goes, oh, I burped. I'm a jerk, I burped. Okay. Again, we have asshole. Big laugh. Let's just get this again. We make the sketch really long. We take pauses and everything. At the end, I know what's wrong with you. What? You're a He yells Now, when we were done with the sketch and we nailed it, John Blanchard would tell the first assistant director, John Blanchard was in the control truck, he would tell the assistant director who was on stage with us, just yell out, moving on. Okay? Now, after 3 times of that, the censor just goes like this. Okay, we see him shake his head. You see the assistant director laughing. You hear over the headsets John Blanchard laughing, and then there's a pause, and Josh goes, "Moving on." I got Orlando backstage, and I started humping him. I was high. All the writers, Blaine Capatch, the writer, was crying. He loved Orlando so much. I said, "You are my hero. You're my hero." And word was, because we were so insubordinate, they tried not to air the sketch. But then holy hell came. Quincy Jones got on the phone, the great Q that I love. That's right, I know Quincy. And it aired. So if you look this up, the first time the word asshole has ever been said on network TV is that sketch. And it gets a huge laugh. And that's the story of how I liked my first black guy. Not true. A lot of black friends in high school. Dan can attest to it. So yeah. Well, anyway. In the movie The Hustler, Paul Newman is beating Jackie Gleason, who plays Minnesota Fats. He's killing him in the first game they play at Ames. And he's so good, and he's drinking this cheap brown liquor. He goes to the gambler, George C. Scott, who's gambling on all the games. His name's Bert. He goes, "Get on me, Bert. I can't lose. Get on me. It's like part of my arm tonight. The cue's like part of my... Get on me, Bert. I can't lose." All right. Why am I telling you that story? Because I want to tell you fans, in the year 2017, get on me. Get on me. Get on me, fans. I'll tell you why. Because I can't lose. My father, I think, is looking down or up. We'll say up. No, we'll say down.
Down.
We'll give him the credit. My grandfather, definitely looking down. And it's helping me out. He's shining a light on me. Like I told you, my Uncle Sonny was Italian. He didn't think I was talented. He loved me. Didn't think I was talented or smart, but he thought, like, Italians have this thing where an idiot is shined down has luck. And he would tell me, "You're the idiot with the luck. The idiot with the thing. The idiot with the thing." The thing was luck. And when I got MADtv, I said, "I worked hard to get that." He goes, "No, you're the idiot with the thing." I am the idiot with the thing again in 2017. Get on me, because I bet the Patriots tonight. The money line. Get the big man back. $15K. 15 large, you fucking non-risk taking fruits. Now look, I made $40,000 the other night. Yelling the most ridiculous shit into a microphone. Stupid. Actually, I was supposed to make 40. I took a pay cut because I did a show with Bob Levy, but I made 8 on that. So total, I made about, let's $40K. $40K the other night for yelling stupid shit for 58 minutes into a microphone, but in front of the greatest crowd ever, the Philadelphia crowd. Torelli, I'm sorry you didn't get a chair. I'll get to that later. And I mean, listen. So the stand-up is back. The show crashing. I booked a show. Listen, I went on an audition. It was 2 lines to play a fictitious character. It was HBO. It was Judd Apatow, and I like Pete Holmes a lot. His quirky show on HBO on a TBS. I really enjoyed it because he took a lot of risks. That's what I like. You got to risk. And Judd Apatow is the king of the fucking everything. I found that he has my book. Guys, the name of the first episode of an HBO show produced by Judd goddamn motherfucking my friend Apatow is Artie Lang. I play myself. Judd played a clip on the Tonight Show of the Artie Lang. Get on me, guys. Get on me. I'm in the whole goddamn season. I'm like a regular. I think it might get picked up. You know why I know that? Because I'm in it. I'll get on me. I'm the idiot with the thing. And forget it. So that because of that, Apatow, HBO, everyone's returning my calls. Everybody, except my last manager and Tim Sullivan. I can't get Tim on the phone.
Well, now America's returning your calls because you gave out your number.
American Ferrara. Yeah, I gave it out again. That's how excited I was. That's how excited I was. This was a test tonight. I said, am I the idiot with the thing today? and not only that, I have a podcast that, quite frankly, I'm going to say it. Funniest thing out there. Funniest thing out there.
I agree.
And a lot of you are saying, funniest podcast out there, WTF, Art. Surely you're not counting Corolla. I'm counting Corolla. Counting Corolla. I'm not counting Rogan because I'm quite frankly I'm afraid of him. Great guy. No, listen, guys. Let's just admit it's kind of funny. My podcast, right? It's kind of funny. Quarter a day. So I'm loving doing it. I'm loving doing it. I got the best damn producer there is, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, and he is HIV positive. I'm kidding. Dan, the Cubs won. Get on me, Dan. Why? Because you're living with me. Get the fuck on me.
108 years.
Yeah. That C stands for what he loves the most, cock.
Oh, God.
Let me tell you something. Get on me. Dan, not literally get on me. Not you. You're the bottom. I'll get on you. No, I'm kidding. No, listen. I know Brussels Griffon died recently in a tippy. But I can't go wrong. I have a third book. You know what? I just talked to Anthony Bozen, my co-author. Well, he writes the books. My co-author for two bestsellers. The first one, #1, because Pelican Boy wrote the foreword. And thanks, Howie. Thanks for taking advertising for my second book, because I guess I fucked up. I guess I did something wrong. I guess I said something against cats. Talk about pussy whip, Jesus Christ. The guy's got a $2 billion apartment he worked his ass off for. Live with 400 cats. Jesus, it's as crowded as to play cats. Backstage. So, well, listen, if you're going to be whipped, that's the chick. Beth is stunning and a nice person. We won't go there. It's a radio feud. But yeah, she turns heads. When Beth walks in the room, you know she makes a living because she's beautiful and smart and not me. We won't take this. We'll leave this as a radio war. But I won't fuck with Benji. I think he's fostering Benji as well. So like today. So listen, I said to myself, everything is going right. Everything's going right. You know. And I mean, Dan McGrath still has my number. I love hearing from. I love hearing that. Hey, Leg.
He got us home last night with the directions.
Of course he did. Took us 15 hours to get back from Philly. I said, Dan, is this the exit? He goes, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I love this kid so much, you know, because quite frankly, I was writing him a check once because he needed some money. And I'll never forget this, ever. I guess I had a kind of annoyed look on my face because it was 6 a.m. And he looked at me, hey, Leg, what's with the attitude? I said, Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. Am I not writing the checkout quick enough? I love the kid. I love him. And, of course, I'll get paid back. I'm getting paid back in love. That's what I'm doing. Because now we're hanging out together again. I mean, I call the kid. I love the guy. So I'm hoping Dan Filato gets the hit and moves out. If I trade Filato for McGrath, this apartment's going to go downhill. The laundry will not get. Laundry ain't going to get done.
See how many towels you have.
No towels. I'm going to throw in the towel. Those orange towels are going to look like the Bengals helmet. Yeah, nothing better than Danny McGrath. Nothing better than hanging with Danny McGrath. Dan, you do the towels. It's not as fun to hang with you. No, I'm kidding. So I said, let me test this. Everyone thought the Pats were down. Everyone said Tom Brady, he's fucking Giselle Bundchen. He probably won't win again. What is he doing right now? I hope he is knee deep in a Hooters twat. I really do. He needs some strange. You think
he's doing her sister?
His sister?
Her sister.
Who's her sister?
Her sister's better looking than she is.
No, she's not.
Giselle Bundchen's sister is better looking than she is.
You talking about Gummo Bundchen?
Yeah. Have you seen her, Dan?
No, I haven't.
She's beautiful.
You don't know what good-looking chicks are like, Dan. You overcompensate. Guy, if she has a brother, let me know.
Okay.
Now, what's her name?
I don't.
No, that's all right. I don't care. I hate when it's not just Danny, because he's doing his job, obviously. I don't know what his job is, but no.
Does it well.
He does, absolutely. When I ask people, when you ask somebody nowadays if they're in front of a computer, they have their stupid dickhead smartphone. First generation, not as smart as their phones. Siri, shut up! I hate when guys say, why don't you put the GPS on your car or whatever, because it's a broad telling me, we're going to a football game with the guys. It's like we have a chick giving us directions. They say, put the guy app voice on. I didn't even know last night they have a guy app voice.
That was Joe Matarrisa suggestion.
It was.
Yeah.
I said, what about, do they have a gay black guy? Yeah, listen, sweetie, you are 2 thumbs up and I'll make a fucking right. Listen, jerk off. Pull over to the side because here's where the exit is. I want to laugh at your white dick on 38th Street. I got my hot pants on and we are at the fucking game. We are at the game. Yeah. I want I bet the Aziz Ansari app, the celebrity. Let me tell you, you make it right. And if I'm wrong, I say Ansari. I'm Ansari. You're Ansari? Yes, I'm Ansari. You mean you're apologizing? No, I'm Ansari. Yeah, Abbott and Costello. That's a new bit. You're sorry? No, I'm Ansari. You're Ansari? Yes, I'm Ansari. So you apologize? No. I never apologize. I'm Ansari. I'm playing Giant Stadium tonight. Yes, I'm very funny. I'm the Richard Pryor of this generation. Hey, anybody? You ever see Parks and Recreation? I'm the third leader of Parks and Recreation. You ever see Parks and Recreation? I'm this generation's Dane Cook. Only a little more effeminate. Yes, if you're sitting in the last row of a 16,000-seater I'm doing, I'm sure you'll laugh hard at my story about having brunch. I have a lot of very clean comedy to tell you. Very clean, politically correct, non-dangerous. It's like having lunch with your mother. Of course, who would want that for comedy? Why have someone who takes risks on stage? Have someone who jumps around and goes, I'm jonesing for cold cream creamery. Remember Funny People? That's how I make my bones. I'm in Funny People. I get on stage. I go, I'm jonesing for cold cream creamery. I say, I jones for creamery. The premise is that they have got to have it flavor. That's the size. Got to have it. And I say to the people, I say, what kind of crackhead is this? This is got to have it. Whoa, you're a crackhead. And then I jump around and I shake my hand, which is flimsy. And I go, I got to have it, got to have it, got to have it, got to have it. Cold cream creamery. And then I high five Seth Rogen. Seth a rogan, who's not as funny as me, but a fat person. I high-five him, and I say, that's how we do it, son. And I jump up and down. And then Adam Sandler come in. And I sell out 50,000 seats. I don't know how this happened. I friend you on Friendster. You see, I friend you, I become very rich. Very rich. And I ain't going to put a Dane Cook, my brother-in-law, ain't doing my fucking taxes. Yes, I am plowing through white pussy. My father is a doctor, and he is very upset. Very upset. He say, you become famous, you don't plow through white pussy. I plowed through white pussy when I was a kid, but I become doctor. You become asshole comedian. You have to be less offensive on stage. It is Ramadan. And on a Ramadan, you cannot curse. So I watch Parks and Recreation on Ramadan. And if you and Amy bipolar try to think you're funny, I'm going to hit you and let the angel Tyrone in. That's very offensive. We were listening to Artie with the podcast, and we are with Jewish friends and colored friends. I mean, friends of color. And yeah, this fat ass Artie, he talking about Passover. Very, very racist. We are Ramadan, you are Passover, but we are all the same. And of course, a great tradition in the filthy Jew Passover. Jew, I'm sorry. I thought we were alone. Wrong meeting. I said, there's Passover. And in the tradition is you leave the door open of your house or your apartment or your camp. and a little angel come in. A little summer camp. A little angel come in. And the angel's name is Elijah Wood. He's a very short angel. And he played the Hobbit. No, I kid. That's my joke. I open for some. He come in and he bless you. He say, bless you. What happened is we stayed in the Bronx a little long. We leave the open door for the angel Elijah, and the angel Jamal come in. And he don't say bless you. He say hands up. I say what? He say hands up. I say, you're not the angel Elijah. He goes, no. I say, who are you? He say, I'm the angel Jamal. Hands up. I go, what is that you're holding? Is that the Quran? The Jewish Bible? He goes, no, that is the 9mm. That is the angel Glock. That is the angel Glock. So you left the door a little open. And what came through? Angel Elijah? No. Angel Tyrone and Jamal. That's my brother. And Angel Glock. Hands up! Yes. Anyway. So that's Aziz. And I like to say for that bit, I'm Ed Zari. If you're in your safe space. Look at Pence standing behind Trump. He is so evil. You better guard Trump liberals, because if he dies and you get that Pence guy, he's going to. The first thing is going to. We all mourn President Trump. I've had the mourn look on my face. I think for enough time now. He's got that look of like he's worried about something, but he always looks like like an employee is being eaten by a tiger, and he's enjoying it. Look at that. Yeah, I guess he just didn't listen to me. Look, he's right behind him. He's got that look like, I wasn't in the military, but my son is. Because if he gets in, he's going to go, okay, guys, it's been 6 days since Orange Boy's out. And guess what we're doing? If you even think about having an abortion, we're going to tie. What we're going to do is we're going to have a wire tied to your head. And if you think about having an abortion, it will go right to the Oval Office, and we will send the people over, and you'll be killed. If you're not willing to go to my doctor to cure yourself of gayness, if you're a Fruity Fruitstein, and you are not willing to cure yourself from your faggot shit, like my third daughter wasn't, you'll be killed. We're sending you to Disneyland. We're sending you to Camp Geffen. Yeah, Camp Geffen. Look at Melania. Look at that first lady. Oh, my God. Look at her. I got my first erection. How many kids are going to get their first erection to the first lady? She is. Look at this fucking black chick. Is Carl Weathers doing a Caitlyn Jenner? Is that Carl Weathers doing a Caitlyn Jenner? CB, I'll think of, not I'll think of. Doing Rocky material. So, as a test, I put 15 large on the Pats, like I said before. And they were down 28-3.
Jeez.
I'm going to fucking repeat that with two hands in a circle. They were down 28-3. 28-3. I sound like Malachi McCord in The Brinks Job. Not 21, not 33. What an obscure reference. The movie The Brinks Job, 1978, the year of our Lord, Peter Falk. Yeah. And, Peter Falk, Peter Boyle, everybody. Warren Oates. We'll boost it. Every army camp's got to have one of them. We'll boost it. You want to fire a cannon from over that roof? You must have a hole in your marble bag. Peter Falk is never find her, and he's finding a lot of things.
Yep.
And the in-laws of the Brinks Job.
Right job.
Again, Dan, no one can hear you. The in-laws, no, you're right. The in-laws and, oh, God, did you see the remake of that? Michael Douglas and Albert Brooks, the remake of that. Michael Douglas, great actor. Albert Brooks, one of the funniest guys ever. The worst remake of all time. They remade the in-laws. Oh. You know what saved it, though? The funny stylings of Ryan Reynolds as his son.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is great in La La Land, though. He really is. Right there?
Oh, and it's Gosling.
Oh, okay. I know. I thought some gay bait. Dan took it. Dan said, Dan, please. Filato went, should I correct him?
That's exactly what happened.
Of course you did. I thought some gay bait. Ryan Reynolds in La La Land, they goes, wait a minute. Should I correct him? If I correct him right away, he'll say fag.
Yeah.
If I don't correct him, he say you'll know and say fag. If I don't say anything, he'll say fag.
Yeah.
If I suck his dick, he'll say good fag. And there's the list. There's the Sunday list after I go to camp. I mean, Mass. He goes to Mass, which I think he leaves out an L. Male ass. Can I go to male ass at 4? Can I get the... speaking of Pew.
Oh, God.
Could we be more in the gutter? Take that, smart people. Take that, NPR. This is not great comedy. But let's face it, I'm up $15K. Are you, Mark Maron? Okay. 15 grand. I wanted to make that announcement. The Crafts, I love them. I love them. I love them. And, of course, they're for Trump. Bill Maher. Okay, Bill Maher, could you fucking get a few more people you hate to win? He got fucking Hillary he got Trump elected because of his effeminate bullshit. And he just put the whammy on the Pats. The last fucking real time with Bill Maher, he is so effeminate. Oh my God, is he effeminate? After he smokes that Afghani, because look at this broad. Look at this broad. Oh my God, look at that broad. All the Pats, Belichick loves him. Brady loves him. And some other guy. And they all love Kraft. And Bill Maher gets all in a tizzy. Well, guess what, guys, that effeminate? Guess what I'm doing? I'm rooting for the Falcons. Because I'm from Atlanta. Oh, wait, I'm not. I'm from New Jersey. Why do I give a fuck about the Falcons? Because you're playing a team where the coach, the quarterback, and the owner all love talk. They all love. So I am moving the Falcons. Take that, girlfriend. Take that. New rule. I love her. Well, guess who doesn't love you? God. Because they fucking won because of your rhetoric. What a dynamic. There's a smoking hot chick who's right wing. She's a blonde. Oh, is she fucking hot? And she was on Maher. And Bill Maher forgot to introduce everybody because he was trying to impress this chick so much. What a fucking sociological experiment. There were these 3 liberals, 3 Democrats, all trying to impress this blonde right-winger. I'm going to show it to you, Dan. She is smoking. This gay black guy's on the Ancestry thing. This commercial's on all the time. So I saw a name called Gaspard. So I went on Ancestry.com, and I saw a name, Gaspard. And I said, do I have some French in me? And I checked, and I don't. End of story. Something else is in me. I'm Channing, and this was Ancestry.com. Oh, every time at the commercial, I saw the name, Gaspard. Did you, Bill Maher? No. I'm the You effeminate asswipe. Okay, this chick is so smoking that all these guys are trying to impress her, and they're so embarrassing. The one fucking liberal fruit tried to get her. Do you remember all the names of the people that died in Benghazi? She rattled them off in 2 seconds. Rattled them off. And anyway, he went, good for you, good for you. And then Mark gets all pissy. You guys have proven nothing. Stuttering John tried to outwit me again. You're going to keep doing this to yourself, John? It's so embarrassing. I'm going to fulfill you. Box me. You box me. He wants to box me and beat me up. That's kind of right. A 51-year-old future senator. That's no way to act. That's no way to act, John. John, I heard a $20 bill is outside your house. Why don't you go get it? John, a couple of my buddies live in your area. Yeah, they're black kids. They left a $20 bill outside your house. Why don't you go get it? Hey, John, for 10 grand, will you never talk to me or tweet me again? Of course you will. You're buyable, dude. So shut up. He wants to box me. How are you going to buy the gloves? Last time he boxed Cabby. Impressive stuff. I was there. And but John, of course, to make some extra money, he had a gambling website painted on his back. Are you going to do that, John? You can do that because I remember last time you were paid the same amount of money I made on the coin toss tonight. Can't even fight cavities. You're going to fight me. This and more on my Twitter. I defended Dan.
Thank you.
I did. Dan came in here all like, well, I'm not going to take this anymore from John. And I tweet out something. He goes, oh, wait, that's offensive. You got to leave it to me and Danny. We're the Warriors. You belong at NPR, Dan. With a glass of Chardonnay going, did you hear what my roommate did? I asked him to simply say, listen, this is offensive. I mean, my God. And then he really goes overboard. And I'm like, what am I going to do, guys? I'm attached to this guy. I mean, quite frankly, I'm a little scared of him. He's like Peter Bogdanovich in The Sopranos. He gets afraid of Tony. I saw this big gentleman in the Neanderthal. And I got scared. Dan, you have anything to plug? Besides your hair? Dan McGrath has a full head of fucking hair. Look,
why does he wear a hat all the time? He's got
because he. This is Dan's. Why do you wear a hat all the time? Stop covering up the goods. Don't hit on Dan right in front of me. Filano's hitting on McGrath right in front of me. No, but again, I don't know. I just, let me say this on the podcast publicly. I love that Danny McGrath is still in my life and my buddy. We've been through a lot, and good to see you, brother. Good to call it. And all joking aside, Danny Filano is Obamacare, not replaceable. And I got mad because I want to defend you, but it's like this is a compliment. You're too classy for me. He's actually a sophisticated person. Close aside. I felt, sometimes I feel like I do feel like a Neanderthal. I'm like, oh, God, that was offensive. And then I tweeted 500 more offensive things. My anger could ruin me. I don't.
Thank you for defending me.
Well, of course, anytime is my point, and you know, I don't know. We're different people, and you're better. You're better. Dan doesn't even jaywalk, Filato, and I feel like an idiot jaywalking. I'm like, it's New York. But then I've affected him. He jaywalks now.
Yes.
Before you know it,
I got a ticket in Santa Monica once, Dan. It just stuck with me.
What? For what?
Jaywalking.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're not in Santa Monica, Fruity. You're in a fucking heterosexual city. Hermosa. I live in Hermosa. I love it there. That's how that Fox executive talks. Where do you live? Hermosa. I love it there. Where are you going to... I left him a message once. I almost got fired. I said, can I go to your house on my Testarossa and watch Sammy Sosa with a mimosa? With Elia Sosa? In Hermosa?